And we're back to another episode of Let's Play PC Building Simulator. I'm your host, the RPG guy. Let's get in. Alright, babe. Site's going great. Even getting papped myself sometimes, okay? You know what the problem is with success? Suddenly everyone wants a PC. Some total D-list celeb that I'd barely... Some total D-list celeb that I'd barely even want to write about anyway. So he has a fit with their lawyer and is suing me for a libel. Moi. They've even made me shut down the site. Although I'm back up and running under a different name, of course. Can't keep the truth down. Anyway, Darl, could you be an angel and swap a new hard drive into this machine? Got to hand over the old one as evidence, ain't I? Liberties to JXXX James Damore, publisher James 2247, whatever. So we gotta get a Shane Mega 60. Now, the budget says 50, strangely enough. So we're gonna see if this is gonna work, because normally they'd expect you to put the cheapest hard drive possible in the machine when you first build this dude's computer, and we didn't do that. See, so this costs $60. Now, I think this is just an oversight, so we're gonna complete it because we don't want to miss out on the reward for completing it, even though it's technically going to go over budget. So my rig is running really slowly lately, and I saw a PC build online benchmarking 3711. Can you hit that? You've got to get it done in 2 days. I like AIO coolers. Let's put one of those in. I'm a total NZXT fanboy. I know used parts can be cheaper, but I like new ones, please. So this one's a little trickier, under the guise that, well, maybe not. It's got a decent card in there. Let me think about this really quick here. Let's do some mirth. Some light mirth. Number one, he wants an NZXT, so that means he's getting a Kraken. Whoops. That means he's getting a Kraken. So if we go into cooling, we will buy the cheapest Kraken we can, which is $100. Boom. Okay. So that puts us at $390 is what we have to spend on a video card, because everything else is fine. It's got good processor, good, RAM for what the number he's trying to benchmark. He's not even that far from it. But if it gives us a chance to dump one of our Goldens, we will. So let's look at that, actually. GTX 970. $285, yeah. $285, yeah, we can dump one. That gives us 105. So we can actually even do one better, possibly. What's the RAM again? 3400 8 gig. Well, probably not now. 3400. Nope. Just out of the price range to upgrade that. Is there anything else we can put in there that might help? I highly doubt it. Nope. If we went cheaper with the video card and went with a different 970, we could. But because we have them in storage and we need to get rid of them, this is a good time to get rid of them. So. Alright, upgrade my PC. Hi, are you available for a job? I haven't upgraded in a while, so it's about time. I saw a PC build online that benchmarked 4304. Can you hit that? I need 16 gigs of RAM. You've got to get it done in 9 days. Have you heard of G-Skill? They're meant to be pretty good. If you can, I'd love some braided white cables. First things first, I do not believe we have braided white cables. So we'll go with sleeved braided, I guess. So we need that. Okay. We need to get him to 4304. What is he currently at? 3984. So he definitely needs a pretty good sized upgrade. He needs 8 skill at 8. If he needs what? G skill. He needs G skill Ripjaw 4 3200. So actually don't. Oh, is this it here? 3200. Let me see. $8 GB, 3200 Ripjaw 4. Ripjaw 4, 8 gig, 3200. Okay, so 110. So that puts us at $450 for pretty much a video card. Let's accept this. This is obviously easy to do. $450 is a lot of money for a graphics card, so to spend on a graphics card, rather. And he's getting his G skill, so that's fine. Well, plopping in 2 founders is not going to really cut it. I mean, theoretically, it should work, but we'd have to check the motherboard. Let me see here. No, 4304 is pretty high. But, I don't know. No, we were having... You know what? I take that back. We shouldn't do 2 Goldens anyway. The GTX 1060 Founders Edition. Let me check that out. I don't think it's... The 1070 has SLI, but not the 1060, and it's way more than we can afford anyway. So, let's take a look here. We have $450 to blow on a card. So, excuse me. Make sure G skill, they're meant to be pretty good. If you can, I'd love some braided white cables in there. He doesn't have a strong power supply either, so we can't really go too beastly. 980 Gamer XL. Do we actually have one of these? No, we have this. Ugh. We have a used one. Worried it's not going to get us there. And we can't go dual card unless we go a lot cheaper in cost. Because you're talking $225 a card, so the 2 Goldens isn't gonna cut it. $450, so it's this or less. This is a better performing card here for $355. Yeah, I don't know. See, this is where things get a little rough. 1060 Founders Edition. Let's take a look. 1060 Founders Edition. $1060 Founders Edition's way down here. The 1070 Founders Edition is beyond what we can afford. But we did see like this stuff around here. 480 Gaming. Let's look at that. So 355. Let's go with one of these. I think we'll be fine. Which puts us at $95, which there's not really much there's not much else we can do to improve upon this. So we'll just leave it at that for now. I mean, theoretically we can go higher. Let's see, where are the 480s? Yeah, see, they're in here. So theoretically, yeah, we can go higher. But I don't see the necessary point of going much higher. Because you're not getting as much for performance, I would think. But then you get into like the 980 Ti Gaming LE. 90 Ti gaming 6 gig LE. Well, yeah, that's even higher. So let's see. You know what? That's 250 watts though. We only have 400. And that's why this looks like a better deal. Or this one. They're both 150 watt. But again, this is the max. You know what? Let's go. Let's stick with what we have in here. I think this is a safer bet based on the wattage. I think that's a better bet. All right. Can you help me out with something? I'm after a new rig. Can you build something good? Battlefield 1 min specs is my favorite game right now. It has to run. I read that Seagate parts are really good. I know used parts could be cheaper. Like new ones, please. I look forward to hearing from you. Get back to me. Okay, so really, we accept this outright. But we know that we're going to have to go with a mechanical drive. But we can go with something a little more expensive. Now I wish we still had that 3 gig one, but whatever. Alright. Our budget right out the gate is $14.53. And we need to now go to Battlefield 1. He wants minimum specs, which is really high, surprisingly. It's i5 7600. So let's look at that really quick because we don't get 7600s to come up too much. It's still something we haven't unlocked, so we're just safe going with 1700 or higher in AMD. And it's a big video card, a 1066 gig. So we'll look into some of this really quick here. 6 gigabytes of video memory is the winning here. Let's go to the usual goodies that we buy. So we'll buy that for minus 50. We'll buy a power supply of 650 because we may as well. Plus the hard drive at $60 as well. Alright, now motherboard. You run into an issue of finding Crossfire cards. You were kind of hovering in that concern. But we need something for sure with an AM4 slot. So let's look at those. Let's go with the little pricier one for the moment. And just see how it does. And if not, we could save 80, you know, we could save $70, $75 by going a little cheaper. But we have 1,098 to spend. And now we have less than 1,000 to spend. Or no, never mind. I take that back. We're at 1,088. All right, so we need to go with boom. All right, so if we only save $20 by going this high, and we could go this high because we got a 650 watt power supply. So even with two 250s, we have 150 watts to dick around with. So let's just say we go with the biggest. Boom. Now we need memory and we need graphics. So memory, we can't go above 3200. So let's just assume we're going to go that high. And we'll just go with X-Flare. I don't see a reason to dick around too much with anything else. But we won't go with this one. We'll go with the gray one. So it'll be minus 220. Which gives us $498 to burn. For a graphics card, I think I screwed up on the storage because we need. We'll go with Seagate and actually shave off $10 because this dude wanted Seagate, if I'm not mistaken, right? Seagate, yeah. So we'll actually save ourselves $10. So we'll add $10 back in. That puts us at 508 instead because we're gonna go with the 500 gig hard drive for this rig. And let me make sure I bought the Seagate one and not the non-Seagate. Okay, we're good, yo, we good. All right. So we've got everything except for the video card, for sure. So we need to do 1066 gigs. So graphics card, 1066 gigabyte. Ooh. All right, and then So anything above the 1060 Extreme 6G edition would be good. Very, very good. And you notice that none of them are SLI. So we have $508 to spend on a graphics card. Let's take a look. 540, 515. Well, there's a 6 gig golden that we could shove in there. So an R9 390 8 gig for $395, but for $495. Ho, ho, ho. So that's actually a beastly little bitch right there. That's for sure. If we shave off a little bit more, we could go for the 1070 mini, but I don't see a point in doing that. So if we go with the $495, let's just say we do. We have $13 left. I cannot think of anything except case fans that we could buy for $14. $13. We'd only be able to buy one anyway that would not even fit the case. Or we could buy one 120 or one 140. Again, it's not something I totally care that much about, so I would just leave it alone. Actually, you know what we could do? We could buy one fan. With $3 to spare. I think that's good. I don't think we need to dick around with too much more. Let's double check though and make sure everything's in here. Card, drive, hard drive, RAM, 16 gigs of RAM to be specific. Best processor out. Again, we could save $30 by going to the 1700, but let's just go balls deep. Good. We're not using that on this rig. But there's the 650. And then there, yeah, the 650 and the Deep Cool Matrix. So that all looks fine and dandy. So it looks like it's all in there. And whatnot. So all of this is good. Let's buy now, so it's here by tomorrow. Reason why we don't buy upgrades yet. And usually if you really want to play like safe, kind of with your, or conservatively with your money, you may want to, and I just want to see what's coming tomorrow before we get too much in here. No PC coming in. That, and actually not for a while. Not probably till down in this area. I don't know, there isn't really a PC coming in a while, so we're going to have to piece some together over the next few days if we want to get some extra cash. Alright. Let's make sure did I order that crap? No, I don't know. Did I? Yes, we ordered it all. It's all right here. Alright, let's go ahead and make it a new day. Get to work. Alright, so first things first. Let's get these three going. And one of these guys wanted braided white cables, so we're going to need to figure that out as well. Braided white cables. It is the name of the dude is Technical Leonard. So it's this fool. Braided cables. White cables. So this dude has... Okay, so let's open this up. He has a different video card. I know he does. And we need to read... And he has more RAM we gotta put in. So, bloop, bloop. Now, before we do anything else, I want to get all of this reconnected here properly. Before we put in the video card and anything else. So that's all disconnected. Now that's all disconnected. Alright, let's go ahead and make sure that we've got the braided plain. Wait, what? Sleeved braided. Yeah, that's right. That's right. He wanted braided white. Alright. Let's put in the memory he wanted. And the new Vigi card. Yeah, see, that's not a dual card. That makes me bitter. You know, slightly bitter. Alright, let's go ahead and plot this in. Plop, 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 plop. And we'll do our usual suspects of benchmarking and other things. We also need to check the RAM as well and make sure that the RAM is set properly. You know, all that good stuff. There's always fucking something, you know? Alright, what's over here? 3D Mark score of 3711, that's right. Okay, we'll check that out in a minute. Water cooling, that's what's going on. Enter the BIOS. Reset the RAM to levels of deliciousness that are great. This guy wanted Kraken, so let's give him the Kraken. Let's make sure the RAM is set appropriately, because it usually never is. So you can kind of see I'm trying to get these two guys ready to run their tests right away. Primarily because the sooner we have this sorted out, the better. But more specifically, we can run 2 tests at the same time and get back to everything else. All right. So to speak. These 2 will be done while we're being worked on while we're doing, you know, this one. Alright. Scan. Anything else that needed to go get reattached? Nah. Looks good. Looks very, very good. Do 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 do. We can get all 3 of these almost going at the same time. Storage, screw you. Alright. I don't know if we ran that. Run it. Run it. Nothing we can do about that. And we'll go ahead and run 3D Mark. Also check the RAM. I want to see, or check the motherboard. I want to see if any changes get made to the motherboard when you add a new hard drive. I don't think so. Oh, yeah. Well, it shouldn't have mattered. Okay, because he had shit in there anyway. Whatever. Alright. So, strangely enough, we're out of room. So, let's just do this. I know it's a pretty archaic tactic. Pretty draconic or old tactic that we've used. But let's go ahead and use this old tactic while we do this work on this guy. That way we have the extra space. Alright, so this guy doesn't have a solid state rig in his machine. God, we're running 3 of those processes all at once. Alright, open 650. It's causing some weirdness too. that in. Good motherboard. We only got one video card, so let's only put it in one card. And I think we have 2 sticks of memory. So I forgot that we have memory that we haven't been able to place yet. So we need to remember that that's here. Could have just gone with that 116 gig card now that I'm thinking about it. Not sure how we ended up with that. And whoop! The big one. $3 remaining, baby. Yeah. Plug it in, plug it in. And boom. Okay, this guy for sure is done. As is this one. This one is done. $67.38. Yeah, we blasted this thing into oblivion. And then we need to run that. Boom, shakalaka. Alright, power back up. Not sure what these 3 things are really yet, but what? Well, that's right, we had 4 rigs to work on. Alright, let's run that. No, I need a computer so I can chat with my grandson. Don't need much, cheap as possible. Thank you, Gene. $450. That's dirt freaking cheap. Oh boy, that's really cheap. We can use the used cooling unit. Probably use this cryorg. Cryorgs are pretty shitty. So we'll use that. We might use that, but that's too much money. So we gotta go pretty cheap. We can throw a used card in there. That'll be fine. We're not gonna use a used power supply. We'll use a new one. So this guy wants a computer, and it needs to be as cheap as possible at $450. So we're talking old school frickin' systems here, like legit, like. But what we can do is make up for some of that outright. So let's go like here, 40. We'll use a used one of those 40. I'm worried about going with an M-Tech, so we went with Cabby Lake. So let's make sure we stay Cabby Lake. So this will be one of the more expensive parts to his machine. 175. We've got some used memory. How much is that used memory in our system? $23. Yeah, we'll use the used memory. I know that sounds terrible, but we're getting some stuff in anyway. We'll use a used card. We'll buy $20 storage. And power supply. I don't foresee him really needing much in the future, but let's stick to our guns here and go with the 550 watt and that. So really, minus 30, that puts us at 340. So we should be okay the rest of the way. Because everything else we're throwing in, we'll probably put in $40 worth of cheap parts, plus $100 for a video card, and we have a bunch sitting in inventory. So I'm not too worried about that. Looking to upgrade my PC. I'm in the market for some upgrades. I needed to benchmark at least 4288. Can you do that? Can you get it done by tomorrow? An AIO cooler would give me some headroom for overclocking later on. Don't try to pass up used parts. It looks a bit bland. It's some plastic paint cables. I think we actually have pink cables. Yep, plastic pink. So we do have it. Why did I not rebuild this? So let's set up plastic pink. $3. $3 remaining. And it should play a stupid game, yeah. So, did we... Alright, this one's done. Alright, so... I want all new stuff, but he doesn't care about company or stupid shit like that. So, his budget is $520. I'm going to tell you right now, liquid cooling's going to be at least $70, I'm pretty sure. Yep. So, boom. Puts us at $450. We accept, of course. He's not hurting, really. His 480, RX 480. I want to say it's, well, 480... He's got good shit. He's right in this area. RX 480 8 GB gaming, right? 8 GB right here. He's right here. He's at number 11. He's got the 11th best card. Oh, he's already practically where he needs to be anyway. So we could throw in another stick of RAM, and that would be enough. Power supply-wise is low. So we may not want to mess with his power supply. Let's get him another stick of RAM. 8 GB 266 Corsair. Memory. Or, better than that. What is he? He's got an AX370, so he can at least do, I think, 3200. 16 gig 3200 memory sounds like a good idea. 3200. Wait. AX370. 3200. Okay. Yeah, 3200. Okay, so memory. Screw you, 3200. And we could put in a lot of RAM. He doesn't need a better video card. I'm not convinced. He's only off by 8. I can't believe he would need more than that. AX37. And actually, you know what? I'm even doing this the wrong way. We've got 8 gig 3600. Or we've got 3016 gig. How much is that? 190. Let's buy him 2. Let's think here. And that leaves us $70 to play with. Not much more we can do for this guy for $70. So I say let's leave it at that. Okay, I need to upgrade my PC. I'm a bit obsessed with performance. Does this 38.15 sound reasonable for a benchmark score? I need it pretty soon, tomorrow at the latest. Can you install AIO water cooler in it? I know used parts should be cheaper. My brother likes MSI and his PC says they're best. So 2 things. First thing is we got a $440 budget. That'll be reduced by 70 because we're going to add in the water cooler. So we have 370. So RX 570 gaming X4G. So RX 570 I think is pretty low. RX 570 Gaming X... Gaming X4 gig. Gaming X4 gig. So this right here. Let's leave that at the bottom. How far away? 38.15. So he needs about 200 in bonus here. We actually are holding on to RAM for him too. Aren't we? Let me see here. Yeah, we are. We have the memory he needs as well. How much is that memory? $125. So let's just assume we do that. It gives us $245. I don't think putting the memory in there is a good idea. 245 is pretty low. So let's assume no. It's a 370. It's a pretty good amount of money. We need to check his power supply too. There's a hair too expensive. So we're looking over here in the 355 range. He's got the power. Or we throw another RX 570 in there. $320. Well, what is his motherboard? Ooh, we can't do that. No, we cannot do that. We can't do that because his motherboard does not support dual cards. So I would say this is the best deal, which gives us $15 to spare. Yeah, we'll go with that. All right. Okay, now before we get rid of these, let's go ahead and make a save because we have some issues with some of this for sure. So there's an example. It was over budget by $10, but for some reason they corrected it without really just changing the algorithm that they were using to make it do its thing. All right, let's collect here. He's happy. He should be happy. Yay! And boom goes the dynamite. All right, we got some new parts. Yay! Vigicard, and a case. All right, we can close this out. Let's go to our parts list. Let's order everything upon the motto. And close that. Let's look at PC Bay. It's shitty RAM, but it's $5. We'll buy it. The only reason I'm buying it too, by the way, is I want to see. There might be a reason to have it later. Broken PC. These are getting there. Slowly but surely. Alright, let's power this down. Turn off the light. Oh, baby, turn off the light. And let's arrive upon the motto. Bloop. Looks like we got some used parts. Always wonderful. Used motherboard too. Nice. Okay, so this is the build. Yeah, this is the build. And these two guys are the repair jobs. And again, we'll probably do the build last. Well, I don't think we can get through this fast enough. Let's see here. Wait. Who is... See, this is the problem. Other problem. Who is who? This is the dude that wanted pink plastic, so it's this guy doesn't. So let's go here first. Because for him, I believe we were looking at a cooler and just a video card. Which isn't that difficult. We just have to make room for it. Boop, 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 boop. Of course, this is problematic. And I don't believe we can put that fan back. And there really is nowhere else to put it, so we get a fan out of it, I'm assuming. Video card. Just make sure everything else is set. We're probably going to pick up that other flash drive too. That way I don't have to worry about making sure I have another one available. Yeah, we were replacing all of this RAM. Memory. Run it. Looks good. Run it. Alright, really quick. I don't trust any of this. Alright. Kind of looked like it was already hooked up properly anyway, but you never know. Alright, and then we need to put in the liquid cooling. Do 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 do. It's time to face the music. We will put out your lights. We will smash in your face on the Muppet Show tonight. Boom, 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 boom. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Come in, there we go. Run it. Meh. Alright, power supply, brand new. Storage, garbage. Motherboard, fancy. We also have that a backup one, so if need be. Not gonna have multiple slots, so let's just go with okay, so we have 2400 and 2400 can go in there. Shitty processor. It's filling up faster than I thought. What's the cheapest one we got? This guy. By $1. Alright, and then we have a little bit of money left. Probably the cheapest card that we don't have two of. Probably these 3 gigs. Do I have anything else that we could throw in there, though? R9 280. R9 280. I have another one. But it would cost too much. Darn. That would actually be kind of cool. Hold on. Let me see here. We have a used one that I would hate to put in there, but it doesn't save us enough money. Even if I wanted to, it's kind of pointless. So, yeah, the only way we'd save money is swapping out the motherboard. But let me see if we have a single card, because we could throw this into anything and really get a decent upgrade out of it. Let me just put these at the back. That way they will show up there. So, what do we not have multiples of? This is a good candidate. Ooh, but we're $5 over. Son of a bitch. How much was that one? 60. So we have to do it in the 50-ish range. That's not... It's easier said than done. But we have one of these. Son of a bitch. That might have to be one of those, regardless of what I want. 88, 88, 90, yeah. It's gonna have to be one of these ones that we could double up on. Well, I say let's go with the cheapest then. Do we have any other used parts? Not really. So we'll just stick with this. We can give him the upgrade for it later. And that's not a joke. We really could. So. He's going to be coming back for more, I assure you. Alright. 4352. Nice. Nice, okay. All done with these guys. Alright. Let that go. Run it. Friends, sorry about hate group message, but my heart is too heavy to talk to you all in person. You might have seen in the news I lost my libel case. That spiteful little zealous wannabe took everything seriously, even had to get a budget airline to join my BFF here in St. Tropez. Them big sunglasses come in handy when you don't want to be noticed, though, eh? I'm totally Devo, but life goes on and truth will always find a way. This is the last you've heard of James JX. Yeah, it is. My whole thing with that is do not slander people. Do not make shit up. Don't call people terrible, heinous things, even if you hate them, or you somehow, through your philosophy, believe that they might be. You're better off just not saying anything. Attack them on their ideas. Don't attack them without any true physical evidence, or your ass is going to go to court. Especially if they have money to fling around. I'm pretty sure we should be fine on these two guys. Alright, diagnose and fix. Can you make some repairs? Whatever's broken, you'll just have to work out what's happened. It just keeps freezing whenever I try to do anything. Can you finish before 4 days? Do you like cable modding? I saw some great plastic pink ones the other day. Oh, god damn it. I noticed it sometimes runs a bit slow. Okay, diagnose and fix. $90. It could be either RAM. It could be anything. 4600. I don't think it's the. I think. Well, you know what? Let's see. Yeah. Okay. I believe that. Can you make some repairs for my piece? Some repairs for me. It's a bit of a mystery. Can you figure out what's wrong? My mouse just freezes and I can't do anything. Do you like cable modding? I hear plastic. I saw some great plastic blue ones the other day. I heard you guys use parts in PCs. Don't do that. Blue cables. What do we have? Yeah, plastic blue. Plastic blue. Okay. $300 and we accept. $300. Could be a couple things. Chances are it's probably the processor. i1600. Let's see. It could be, but it's not enough. 1050 Ti for the Win Gaming. It's not that. I can't believe for a minute it's that. But it's probably multiple things. 260. And then if we look at memory at 2400, 40. I think we found our culprits. I think it's the i5 1600, which... I think it's the 1600, and I think it's his RAM went bad as well. There's no way it can be anything outside of that. It can't be this. So let's, you know what, and if it's wrong with the RAM, we're sitting on RAM then. So I'm fine with that. Let's go with, you know what other thing we could check too, though? Oh no, he's got a Kraken in there, so yeah, no way. We're right. We gotta be right on the money with what's wrong with that. Alright. Looking for an upgrade. I'm in the market for an upgrade. I'm hoping it'll be able to benchmark 4632. Can you finish it in 4 days? I like AAO coolers. Let's put one of those in. I was on PC Bay the other day. I saw some plastic cyan cables. Jeez, every one of these is cables. Alright. Cyan. Cyan cables. Is it okay that it's so dusty? So water cooler. So we need to do that. So, there's a lot of money in them there hills. So, 730. Well, we of course accept, but what is the deal with this? Okay, let's look at his motherboard. Pfft, he's not even getting the performance out of that RAM. RX 578 gig. Isn't that really high? It's pretty high. RX 578 gig. What is he at? 3342. So obviously processor is a big deal. We may as well get him RAM. He's got a Skylake, so we can't go insane, but most of his problems could easily be linked to his processor. How much power? He's 500 watts. So we don't want to go with an OC. So if we go like with this, would put us at 490. We could even go a hair less than that, too. We're at 3,900 for 4 cores. This is actually a better deal for 1,000 difference, really. Let's go to processors again. Let me... Yeah, because unless we go big, there's really no point. They're both 6 cores, and the only difference is... Well, wait a minute, hold on. I went too high. Oh, I'm looking at... My bad. Skylake. There we go. Yeah, they're not 8 cores, so it's a lot of money to go for that much. So let's say 175. That puts us at 555. We could throw another stick of memory in there, even though we have to do what he's got. Sniper X 3400. Ugh. So if we did this, that would give us that we have $439. So let's say 435 is probably what we're going to find here. 435 right here. 980 Ti Gaming 6 LE. Let's compare it to what he's got. 980 Ti LE. Oh, well, it's way the hell up there. Whereas he's got an RX 578 gig. Which is way down here. Yeah, we'll get it. Alright, so in transit. Let's go to this and finish this guy. It's $3. Oh. You know what? We're doing it. No, we're not. We're not doing it. We're not doing it. I was going to throw it in there, but it doesn't make sense. Alright, let's get this out. Boom. Alright, let's go ahead and order these parts for them to arrive upon the morrow. I know it's a long episode, guys. You guys are champs for toughing it out. Let's buy this. Ooh. Yoink. Ooh, nice. And yoink. These are still going, but we're going to get our pay in due course, of course. Alright. And we get some new parts. Some RAM, video card. Ooh. Whole bunch of different RAMs with different LEDs. I think that's a... these are 2 cases. Alright, so we've got a bunch of things in transit, in progress, and all that. And we're good. So when we come back, we're going to have some new rigs to repair and a lot of cable modeling. So this is obviously going to be very, very tedious work because it's all going to be cable modding. So thanks for stopping by, guys. I'm your host, the RPG Guy. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/JackTartStudios for live gaming, tabletop game shows, and so much more, as well as our podcast that's coming out as well, if it's not out already, and all that good stuff. Thank you guys for stopping by. We will see you guys next time. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Please take a moment to check out more episodes from the RPG Guy, Tuesday Night Team Up, and more. And please subscribe. Always support the channels you enjoy watching, and while you're at it, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+. Keep on gaming hard. See you next time.